Hey, Pastor Jerry Bader here. So I have a question for you. What did Jesus look like? What did the human Jesus look like? Now, we all probably have our own perception, our own mind's eye thought of what the human, fully man, fully God Jesus looked like in his roughly 33 years here on earth. The one that probably inspires a lot of us are paintings and other images that we have seen. Well, where did that image come from? Dr. Harold Sala recently had a devotional that explained that. Writing to Tiberius Caesar in 32 AD, the Judean governor wrote the following. Governor of Judea, Publius Lentulus, easy for me not to say. The Judean governor wrote, "There lives at this time in Judea a man of singular virtue, whose name is Jesus Christ, whom the barbarians esteem as a prophet, but his followers love and adore him as the offspring of the immortal God. He calls back the dead from graves and heals all sorts of diseases with a word or a touch." And then comes the physical description. He is a tall man, well-shaped and of amenable and reverent aspect. He has hair of a color that can hardly be matched, falling into graceful curls, waving about and very agreeably couching about his shoulders, parted on the crown of his head, running as a stream to the front after the fashion of the Nazarites. His forehead is high, large and imposing, his cheeks without spot or wrinkle, beautiful with a lovely red, his nose and mouth formed with exquisite symmetry, his beard of a color suitable to his hair, reaching his chin and parted in the middle like a fork, his eyes bright blue, clear and serene, look innocent, dignified, manly, and mature, which does pretty much match, so a lot of the images that we have seen came from the Judean governor writing that to the emperor. Here's the problem. That didn't show up, according to Dr. Sala, until about 800 years after Jesus' death. So the conventional academic wisdom is it's a fraud, that the Judean governor never wrote that to Tiberius. And in fact, it doesn't necessarily match at all with what Jesus looked like. But consider this. And Dr. Sala points this out as well. None of the four Gospels, none, includes a physical description of Jesus Christ. None. And consider Matthew and John, one half of the Gospel authors, walked with him, lived with him for 3 years. Think of all the other details about what Jesus did and where he came from. But not one single syllable about his physical appearance. Why not? We're going to tackle that this Wednesday. I will be discussing that at Damascus Way. That's the name of our little gathering, Damascus Way, at 6 p.m. Wednesday, 520 South Oakland Avenue, Green Bay. That's the Crossroads Community Center. That's off Clinton, just north of Ashland and Mason to the west. It's an interesting question, isn't it? Join us as we tackle it. God bless.